Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. Yeah, I know that. Right. And yes, I know I'm also driving with the potato harvester in the ground and reversing with it in the ground and you know, other crimes like that. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure there'll be no long-term repercussions on that one whatsoever. It will be absolutely tickety-boo. But surprisingly, you are not going all the way down to the end here. Either you are coming up to this bit. So if I push it on forward a little bit and then press H, he will go past, but he'll get to the end of the row and then he'll say hired help has completed their task. They can't be bothered to do anything else whatsoever. We're going home. So I need to do this myself. Bring that one out over there like that. And then into the crop a little bit there. Now hired help. Hired help is only going to... I'm only engaging the hired help so that it keeps it on a nice straight line for me as we travel across the field here. It's not sort of a... It's not a big thing for it. And then he gets down to there and he's going to stop. So I'm going to start that one up again. Just back up a little tiny bit. And then take that through there. And now we'll turn him around again. And we'll have another go. See how far the hired help can get this time out on the other side of the field. So I'm going to want to do probably another 3-4 passes on here. So we can go up there like that. Now hired help is able to drop in and start taking it up through. Just not quite sure how far he's going to get. And then once he's... See, I think we're going to be doing another, say, 3 more passes. So that will make 6 passes in total along this bottom end of the field. And he's doing exactly the same again there. So I'm going to just take him on through and finish that bit. Like that. And then I'll turn him round. Actually, I'm just going to turn the machine off completely while I do this turning round. Otherwise we could end up confusing ourselves and the machine. And then drop that in there like that. And off we go. And you can see he's sort of... He was trying to dance sideways a little bit. There was just a slight bit of skewing sideways as he was sort of going into the crop there because of the slope that he was working on. And that's to be expected, really, though. That is to be expected. So it's nothing unusual. We're not... Nothing out of the ordinary is happening just yet. You over here. Now, I did say 6 passes in total. If I go back over now, that will be 5 passes there. Would that be enough? That might actually be enough. 5 passes might be enough just to take us, you know, all we need is enough room for the machine to be able to turn round on this headland. If the machine can turn round on this headland, then all is well with the world, and we don't need to worry about anything. I'm not sure if this is quite enough room. Like, it's requiring an awful lot of space here at times, especially for, like, these bits here. So, maybe we ought to do 2 more passes. Can't quite do... No, I can't do too much here because there's a tree right in the way. So what we might have to do is like start part way in, something like that. Let me go there and we'll see how the hired help does with this one. So I'm going to start it like that, and then I'm just going to press H on there and see. He does get through it. He is able to drive his way through there. He's going to stop at the other end far too early. It's very dark over on that side. Let's have a look at it on this side. He's still a bit dark because of the angle. The sun is like straight in front of us, so we're getting a bit of a funny angle on there. Let me just back that one up a little bit and then go back through like that. So, no, I'm not doing 6 passes. This is going to end up being 7 passes. We'll do 1 more up through here, and then we will stop. And that should work out absolutely perfectly for us. So let's bring you over here. That seems about right, doesn't it? Seem about right to you? Let me know. Does that seem about right? And then you go whizzing up through there. Look at that beast. I do love the suspension working on the front of this machine. Like, those wheels there have got some quite considerable suspension on them. I guess they need to, really, because the field would be fairly rough, wouldn't it? With the potatoes and that, with all the ridges and everything for the potatoes. So the suspension on there has got to work quite impressively. It's a substantial quantity of engineering has gone into making sure that suspension works properly, and, well, not just properly and not just well, but works perfectly. It's got to be really, really good in order to keep the rest of the machine going at the right levels as it goes through all of this crop. Because if it's not done perfectly, then there's a lot of potatoes going to be ending up in the ground, sort of on the ground, and having... There's going to be problems with them. There is going to be serious problems. Right, so the one that's heading towards us at the moment has got nearly 80% full. And then the other one that is just turning round, that one is on currently 66% full. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive down alongside this one here. And we're going to empty out those tatey-poes right there. And we're going to take everything out of this one. We'll stop down here, and we'll just sort of stop beside the machine like that, so that it can empty out all the rest of it into this trailer. So it does, we can just take it, but I don't like the height compared to the height of the trailer. I would rather have an overloader doing this, and I'd rather not have the truck driving in the potato field. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem to sort of fit the whole operation that's going on here. I mean, yes, we can do it. The game mechanics allow us to do it, but I don't particularly like the idea of it. It doesn't feel right doing it. Well, that one is running down here. Now, what we don't have is any kind of potato overloader. We've got... I don't have the new potato stuff. I haven't got the Grim mod added into the game, but then I wasn't going to be using that stuff for this one anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But potato technology, the one thing that we are lacking with the potato technology in the game is we are lacking a potato overloader. And there are such things. They're not quite so common. I've seen several sugar beet overloaders, and I've sort of seen them done. I know a lot of people do just use normal trailers rather than anything else, but I want an overloader. I want to be able to load the potatoes from one machine into the waiting truck on the side of the field, and that's something that we don't have. So we've got Auger Wagons over here, but they aren't the same either, and they're not the ones that I'm after. This is not the sort that I'm after. So we're lacking in the potato overloader department, and also, well, it'd be sugar beet overloaders as well. So I'm gonna start hunting around for a mod like that. I think for the realistic, the hardcore series, we don't need to worry about it. Right? That's not going to be any kind of a problem for us, because we'll be doing that into trailers, as would be a lot, as most people would do. So although you do get it happening, like you do get potato overloaders, and they do actually exist, it won't be something that we'll worry too much about. I'm hoping that just that one tree there is the only bit that is going to cause the potato harvester to stop early on the field, and then after that it won't worry about it. So far we are on 210,000 litres of potatoes in the truck right here. So I'm just following this down through. Makes 218,000, and I'm going to, chase this one all the way down. It's going to take us up to 220,000. I don't know how far we're going to get with this. I quite like the idea of just chasing them along, slowly topping us up. 221,950. So we need another we need another 38,000 litres of tatey pose. So we'll just park up here a minute and we'll wait. So while they're doing their thing, we can have a look in here. So we've got some auger wagons that we can sort of go from if we want to. Now, these are just grain carts in here. You've got a massive haul master here. That holds 70,000 litres. That's a fair old slice. And then you've got the Bergman. There's a mod there that's 43. There's another one there, Brent, that's 53. There's a coal grouper here, which is 40,000, but this... I'm not really sure how these things work. Oh, I see. It's kind of like done in two sections. Wheel setup, color cards, short pipe, long pipe there. So, oh, I see there. There's extra bits of pipe on there. Color guards, chrome. Wheel setup, standard spider rims. So the coal grouper, there's a 40,000 litre coal grouper right there. We've got the Haul Master by Stevie. Now, that one we can go and put potatoes in. And if I can't find something that looks a little bit more like a proper overloader, then... Because you can get them. They're like as a big mesh basket that overloads. And it seems to do... Like, it looks like the proper thing. We've got the Reebok Ninja there. That's 33,000. This one, the Seed Runner, has been redone by Stevie. So this one here would probably be the machine I would go for. We got configuration 1300 there, configuration 1600, configuration 2000, and you can see there we got 50,000 litres in that one. That one's 75. That one's 100,000. So we would go with the 100,000 one like that. And then use that to overload into the other vehicles, and we can select any color that we like. So we can have that anything we want, and you know that would be a good thing. But it's not really what I'm after on this. Like it, honestly, I don't think that it's going like It's not that it's not going to work. It's going to work perfectly. There'll be absolutely no problems with it at all. But what I'd like is you can get... Well, I've seen them previously, and I know they exist in real life. You can get trailers that have got an overload chute that looks exactly like the bit right now that the potatoes are overloading from. And I've seen several of them done for sugar beet, so that works. Right, I'll move out of your way then. So yeah, I've seen them done for sugar beet, but what I haven't seen them done for, well, at the moment is potatoes. I'm sure it wouldn't be too difficult to add potatoes to a sugar beet trailer, and we could do it like that. But it's trying to find a sugar beet trailer, and I'm sure there's probably mods like it on the mod hub. I just haven't really gone and looked. So I want that. I want this one. Have I got anything under beet technology at the moment? Or a rootster right there. It's a very compact machine, that one is. And... Right, that's just the headers and that one harvester right there. So that's not what I'm after there. Beet technology and potato technology is not giving us what we're after. We've got... Animals, belt systems, maybe there's something under miscellaneous. You've got these kind of platform trailers, but no, that's not the one I'm after either. I'll have a look under trailers and see if there is anything that I've got active right now. It doesn't appear... With an IT runner. I've seen it several times with an IT runner. One of the options for the trailers for the IT runner. But there's nothing there at the moment. And I will have a look around. I'll see if I can find something. Maybe there's something that we can see that would be suitable for this. So we've got about 19,000 litres of potatoes here. Well, 18,000 at the moment. It is dropping down. And we will dump all of these in here. And I'm hoping by the end of the row... well, we won't quite, but if I go over to that other harvester over there, that will actually be our first full load of potatoes. We got 260,000 litres of potatoes all done and dusted. Now, these two harvesters, despite the fact that they're doing 20k across the field, they are actually taking a little while to do this harvest. And I got two of them running. I don't really want to have more than two harvesters running. Possibly we could try running 3 of them in the future. Whether that would actually work or not, I don't know. There's 260,000. I'm now full. Yeah, I don't know whether an extra harvester would be a good thing or a bad thing, or whether we just want these to go a bit faster. It could be either or, but we have got 250,000 litres of potatoes now to go and sell. So our potatoes are going to 642, the transport company. We are taking them to the transport company, which is that one down there. And probably the fastest way to get to the transport company is going to be this way. So that's where we're going to go right now. With our first full load of potatoes. I'm going to choose not to put, like, I could have the cover going over, but I'm choosing not to. I don't want to put the cover over. I want to leave this one open. Let's do it pull up that hill. I do really love the sound file that is on this truck. I don't know if this was an existing truck that Ducky has just taken and reskinned, or if he, well, like, he didn't build the truck from scratch, but I don't know about the sound file, whether Ducky, sort of put his own sound file in it or not, I don't really know, but I do really love the sound on this truck. I think it is absolutely fantastic. And I love the way it changes gears as well. As he's going up through the gears, I love the sound of it changing the gears. Overall, I am very impressed with this truck. I really do like it. It's a rather wonderful beast. It's going to be even better when we have another trailer on the back. And we have 2 of them lined up, one behind the other. I'm not going to worry about... We're not going to do that today. We don't need to do that today. But we will do that eventually. We will have 2 trailers, one behind the other. We may even go for 3. So we can either do it as like the whole B double. Is it a B double? Is that how you say it? I think so. I think it's a B double. I'm not quite sure. Let's go a little bit steady down here. Engine brakes. All the way. Oh, it sounds so cool, doesn't it? I know that you also think it sounds cool, because there were a number of comments when from when I first used this one and the engine brakes came on, and a lot of you said that sounds absolutely wicked. It sounds fantastic. So I know that there are those among you who, like me, are absolutely solidly impressed with this truck. So yes, I do want to buy more land and so on, and I'll probably buy more land next, unless I decide to go for the go for the cattle next, so that we can start getting a bit of variety into the gameplay, a bit more than just constantly planting and replanting and harvesting. I need to get a combine. I need to improve on the combines because that's getting a bit slow. But buying this truck is now getting very high on my to-do list. Now, obviously, it's 642 per 1,000 litres of potatoes that we're selling. I know the price is coming down as we're delivering, like currently it's 640. I know the price is on its way down, but it shouldn't drop below 600 before we actually finish the harvest, which means that we're going to end up with a decent slice of money. Right there, 166,000 euros for our first truckload. And we are not yet finished the first 2 fields. Although, well, actually, I mean, if you have a look at the map in here, we're not halfway yet. So we'll get at least 1 more full load, and then there should be a part load as well to go with it, which means that in total we're going to end up with we get 160, so it's going to be $360,000 euros, and then there's probably going to be another 100,000 on top of that. That should be at least enough to go and buy another combine. If I can't go for the really big combine that I think I should go for, well, there's going to be other options. I love that. So cool. Right, let's... it might actually be quicker to go the roadway. I know that I've got to dodge traffic going along here, which certainly makes it a little bit more of a challenge, because you've got to weave in and out of the cars. Can I weave? Just. Look at that. It's a good job we got a turn of speed on here. If we didn't have this turn of speed available, we would have struggled right there to get round those. And up the hill here is also a good job there's no speed cameras in town, because we're about to violate all the laws of man and beast and physics and nature and everything else as we go racing through here at over 70 kilometers an hour. We're going to slow down a bit to go around the corner because I don't want to flop the thing on its side. Trucks lying down on their side. I know that trucks get tired and they look tired, but I don't necessarily want it to lie down and have a nap. I feel that's probably not the best way forward. Come on in here, and those harvesters, I don't know what they're playing at, to be honest. One's on 42% and one's on 46%. They haven't really done a great deal in the time that we've been away. We could go and lease a 3rd harvester, and I think we would be able to keep up with it. So, probably when we do eventually come to doing... Why is it... Okay, there's a weird graphic glitch going on with the trees all the way down over there. It's the turning on the ends of the rows that are slowing these harvesters down a little bit. Not massively, it is slowing them down a little bit. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll drive over here. There's a little bit of potatoes right here on this side. We'll let that one turn round, and then we will empty that one out as he goes up across the field. And then that one is going to need to be moved. So when we move up here, we're going to need to do several passes on this end of the field to get the next one underway, and I'm going to need to do a few passes on this end of the field here, but we're not going to need to do anything on this end. Maybe a little bit there on that corner, but that will probably be fine. We can ignore that bit. And then the harvesters will just be able to carry on and do the rest of it without too much trouble. So there is going to be a little tiny strip left in this field here. So I'm going to unload this harvester. Then I can go over and I can unload the other harvester while this one just goes up through and does the final pass. And then once he's done that, we can take it up to the top and start just like clearing out a few little bits there. Bring that down in like that. 32,000 litres of potatoes. Right, yeah, you'll do just fine. We can just go up to the other field at the top and like take a pass along, well, several passes along one end just to get that one set up, while this one down here continues just chugging its way up and down across this field here without any problems. And then we can head back and, well, just sort of dance between two of the truck then for a little bit, emptying them out, keeping them running. So that's the plan, at least. And we've had several plans in the past, and they haven't always come to fruition, but I'm hoping that this one will be all right. I've got seed drills parked up in the shed that I think are we all right for seed drills? We might want to increase the seed drills. People have been saying about getting bigger tractors as well. So or maybe we want to be looking at... See, I'm genuinely unsure at the moment where we want to go. I mean, if I was to take the 2 tractors and sell them and upgrade both of them, then I'm going to struggle to be able to upgrade the combines. And I've got 2 combines, but those 2 combines, they are a bit... They're a bit small, so if I was able to go for 1 bigger combine... I mean, what I'd like to get, what I would really like to get is this one... Is it that ideal one that I want, the Stevie one? Unless it's this one. I think it's this one right here. This is one that I want to get. I want this one right here. We've got 17,100 global engine setup. No, this isn't a Stevie one. That's not a Stevie one. I want the ideal one that Stevie has done. What's he done here? Design, Fendt... No, that's 17,000. Has Stevie not done an ideal one? I thought for sure Stevie had done one of those. Maybe I've just not got it active. I got a CR1090 right there. I got a crawler one. I mean, I go and have a look at that one. That one's there. It's got 14,500, but you got capacity. I got an extension 30, extension up to 60,000. So, you know, I go with the extension to 60,000. It gives me 405,000 euros right there. The engine setup, CR10 692, puts up to 420,000 euros. And then I go here into the headers. And those are kind of the important bits. We've got the Draper right there. I've got the New Holland Draper Ideal here. That's the one that I want there, I think. We go, I mean, that New Holland Agco, your agricultural company. See, I don't want that one because I have to use a different trailer for that one. And then I got the case one over there. So, yeah, it's that one. That's another 80 grand. There isn't anything else I want to do on that. And that'll give me a standard 22 kilometers an hour, which I don't need to change. I don't need to be speeding that up at all. So there's our Stevie boy right in there. But, I thought he had an ideal one. So we don't have an ideal, so we'll have to go with the CR1090 rather than the ideal. But then, yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Leave you there. No, I want to go to that one. Fire you up. Is there any bits at the other end? No, there's just one bit there. That's all I need to go and do. Let's go and take that little bit right there. Little tiny bit of Tatey Po right there, and that's done. Right. So if I've got the money, I want to get that big combine. I was thinking of like stepping up and going for the Rosselmash, and I've been talking about the Rosselmash combine quite a bit, but I mean, like the Stevie combine, that does seem like the best option. It's certainly going to be an awful lot faster than doing anything else. The Rosselmash combine would be good. I did say I wasn't going to do anything on this side, but you remember turning on the other one. So I'm going to do a bit right here to allow it to turn properly when it gets to the end of the field. Otherwise, he's not gonna be able to do it properly, is he? So I think we need to possibly do a couple times around. I don't really know, but I'll tell you what I will do is if I drive up here like this. I don't know if he's gonna go right. Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. And for those of you wondering, the paid promotion notification that came up at the beginning of the video is because in the description down below, you will find a link to Fanatical. I have an affiliation with them. If you use that link, I will earn a small commission on anything that you choose to purchase. But that is all we have got time for, so if you have enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well, that would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, this is Frithgar, goodbye, and see you later.